Alright boys, I think we're going to get back on a series here of back on the 408s. So while I was down at National Pike, one of the flea market vendors down there had another key switch like this. This one, it's locked up and it sticks. So I'm just going to change that. The battery in this thing, which is actually there, goes dead all the time, from what I remember, but I think it takes a while, so I'll put the old trickle charger on it and we'll give that to college try. The all-white 408, I believe, has coil problems, and this transmission is super noisy on this thing, which I did a video about that years ago. This transmission was rusted and locked solid. So the fact that it makes noise, not surprised. So it's not going to be a pulling tractor. Let's get that straight. So this tractor, the longer you ran it, the more it started to miss and cut out and act weird. And at this point in life, it's either condenser, spark plug, which I think I tried a spark plug, don't remember, or a new coil. So we'll go back through and get it running like it was before, and then we'll start doing fixes. This one, the battery is under the seat. This one has a very crappy battery though. So I'm going to start by trickle charging, and that means we'll get back to this tomorrow night, maybe? I don't know. I'm going to invite the boys over again and see if we want to work on the Alice some more, which these videos are going to be so far out of order that you guys won't know heads from tails, which is perfectly fine in the YouTube world. So, anywho, let's get after it. I can find my trickle chargers. Great. What'd I use them on last? I don't know. Got a generator, though. Got another carburetor for that on the list. Alright, boys and girls. I'm looking for stuff to mow the backyard with. And I think the 70 all-white will fit the bill. Do need to get it running. And I believe I was having spark problems with it the last time I ran it. Acts like has a bad coil. So I've had the battery maintainer on it all night, and it cranked over a little bit when I first pushed it in the shop. So it should be good there. And this one over here, while I think it has a bad key switch, I think it's got other issues too. And on the flip side, it has a snow blade on it and not the deck. Do have the mower deck for this. I've actually mowed with this tractor a lot. I really like mowing with it. That's what I used to with it. But anyhow, let's see if we can figure this out. So, I'm going to have to add some gas and dig a coil out of the toolbox, I think. I'm going to start with that and go from there. If that doesn't solve the problem, then we'll look into the points, change the condenser, etc. But anyhow, see what we can do. Excuse me. So, other than checking the oil, which I have to take that plug out right there to do, here is the coil that is on it now. And I can't remember if I've switched this out or not, because it looks like there's newer ends on it. But we'll try switching it again and see what happens. I know it's got a brand new voltage regulator on it. To my knowledge, the battery charges on this, but this battery may just be meh, foobar. Probably out of gas, because it seems to me the carburetor leaks through a little bit. There you go. But other than that, everything should work. I don't know when the last time I monkeyed with this was, but we'll get that in a big job. So, I think I'm just going to swap the coil out. I don't think you guys need to see that. Hook the negative terminal to the points up, to the negative terminal with the condenser. Make sure your condenser is grounded. And the positive wire, so looks like this one on the back, goes from battery power of the key switch. Fairly simple. Spark of the plug. Sparky should happen. Alright, let's see what we can do there. And I guess I'll have to get some petrol and put in here. Alright boys, I think I have spark now. I think it was just the plug was filed, I think. Seemed like it ran off the little bit of carb cleaner that was in it, didn't it? Just like it loses spark. I'm starting to think we have points issues. I really do. I want to test something here. Basically, I hooked the condenser there with the ground. I think we're having fuel issues, but I don't have. There's maybe 3/8 of an inch of fuel in the bottom of the tank. So, let me switch back to the condenser that is grounded to the dash, hopefully. And go from there. You guys want to watch? You can. You guys want to jump ahead? You can. But if I have trouble with it now, I'm going to be taking that points cover off, which I can see it, but not that much fun. I was wondering if I got a bad batch of condensers. Because these condensers come out of the same pouch I bought stuff off eBay off of. But I never had trouble on anything else. And I bought like a 10-pack of them. I can't believe something from overseas would be junk. No. Okay. Unhook this. we fill up on fuel and let's go mow the backyard. Well, I don't know about fill up, but we're going to put some more in it. So, let's connect this. Alright boys, I'm on the big all-white 408 here. See if I can remember how to drive it. And this one doesn't have the sticker on for the gear shifter. Convenient. Oh no. Seems like you gotta choke it. Every time it starts that way. Huh. Whatever. Oh. Did not like that. Okay, so this is kind of what it was doing before, but it's worse. It would idle really good, but it would not throttle up. Which almost points to a bad condenser. Choke does seem to help, but it acts like it's stuttering. I still think this thing has spark problems. Alright, so we did not fix it yet. So I added in a second condenser, just thinking maybe that could be it. The only thing I haven't changed is the points of the spark plug wire. Here's the weird part. Drop it down to idle. Pretty much perfectly fine. I don't get it. Well, I think I do, but that's annoying. So, I guess I'm going to try and get that points cover off. See what that does. And if that don't work, I'll have to start double checking some wiring. I made sure this coil does not need a inline resistor. It is internally regulated, or ballast resisted, so alright, let me dink around with this thing. Well boys, I don't know if you guys will be able to tell, but that points gap is extremely wide, and if you look at the contacts, extremely pitted. You guys can see there. I don't think you guys can see the other one. So I'm going to clean and adjust the points, and I'm going to see what that does, and we'll go from there. If that doesn't help, I don't know what I'm going to do, but it definitely should help somewhat. I don't know. So bring you guys back. You guys can't see much while I'm doing that. Well boys, I think we've done it. After after I adjusted the carb a little bit. Runs very nice now. So I'm going to put the points cover back on and the screws, and let's get mowing before it rains. I guess that means I got to shut it off. It's hard to work through that belt. If you guys can hear me through the wind, I think I'm going to stop and put some air in this tire. Doing pretty good. The belt's slipping and high stuff a little bit, but I haven't used this thing in I don't know how long. Wee doggy! Boys, we're going to finish up mowing here and get back with you guys. Well boys, it ran flawlessly the whole time I mowed. I actually just wheeled up here and just ran out of gas, put some more fuel in it. But all in all, the 70 all-white 408, first year 408, seems like it's running pretty good. Definitely could use washed. Is this tractor worth a paint job? I don't know. It's in fairly original condition, so. The thing with the white, it makes it look worse than it is. Because everything stains around the rust, so. See how that all comes off there? Maybe I'll work at this at some point. Anyhow. Later, guys. Another old tractor. Well, what was already saved. Back in the yard again. I think the storms are coming. It looks awful dark over there. Guess I could put this in the far side of the barn. Later, guys.